Alright guys, welcome back to Frugal Homestead, and it's tiny home update time. So we are going to hurry up and run you through what we've got done down here, because to me it doesn't seem like a lot, but it actually was a lot of work. But we got to get this done because by the time you're seeing this, we're on vacation. Once again, doing our end of month vacation.
This guy's always on vacation.
Who's on vacation? But I'm going to give you a quick look around because this is becoming a bigger mess and a bigger nightmare outside, so check it out. So as you can see, we've been doing some trim ripping, and then I had to dig through the pile the other day to get a roof for our new firewood stand. We have been doing some mowing, but the weed eating's been falling behind just because we have so much to do this time of year, as I'm sure all of you do too. But yeah, new sink and the dumpster that we have over at my dad's. Somebody parked in front of it the other day and the trash guys couldn't pick it up, so we haven't been able to take any trash out of here over to that dumpster because trash trucks don't come back our lane. But let's get inside and I'll show you guys what we've been getting into. All right, so as we head inside, first thing I'll say is we have not been working upstairs almost at all. I mean, it's just a thing where we've had so much stuff going on, we haven't even focused on that because we're trying to get this place livable. That's trim, I can bust that out in no time, and electric. So we're gonna follow Missy here, and yes, this is all a mess, but like I said, we can't take any trash out right now. So as we head this way,
come check out the kitchen.
First thing we're gonna look at is I got that doorway done. It's not perfect, but I'm happy with it, inside and out. So that's done. We still have to clear it some more. I got one window done. And then if you look down here and around, I've finished most of the smaller trim underneath. But honey, what have you been working on?
I worked on grouting all of the stonework. So this is almost totally done now. I just got to go back in and finish the bottoms where you put in my beautiful countertop.
Yep, so we had to leave a nice big gap because I did not want to take a chance on anything being wrong. We've had other things, and I'll explain later, that have come out wrong already. So Missy picked out a full sink kit. It came with everything all in one package at Menards, and was probably the best price we could get. She did, like she said, that we'll just tape off this bottom and she'll grout it in, and then I'll do a quick sealer shot on it, and then everything here will basically be done. Because this has all been sealed and everything already, as you can see by the shininess on the stones. So this is ready for water. This is ready to be used. But honey, what did you decide on countertops that they can see now?
So we went back and forth on either doing epoxy countertops or buying countertops, but we finally decided to do butcher block, and I am so excited about it. We just coated it. Tony installed it all. I absolutely love it.
Now, this was actually very cheap. A lot of people would ask, well, why did you spar it? And the answer to that is we did not want something that would sink into it like an oil or something, because if we ever want to sand it off and just cover it with epoxy, or if we just want to sand it off and do something else, we have that ability. It takes nothing to sand this spar off, but it's also very, very, very strong against water once you give it time to fully set up. But honey, move and stop hiding the bad spot. So here's the deal, guys. I'm not exactly sure what we paid for this big one. Maybe my wife remembers. But it was an 8-foot, and we cut it down, and I took the piece that was left and put it on there. To get a wider piece or to miter this would have been an extra like $200 plus. So I literally just cut it off, kind of sanded it a little bit, and then center drilled it and connected it. So it's now part of it. We do have the piece from the the sink cutout, that we're going to end up cutting down to make a nice big cutting board, and then we will lay that across there. And another thing that we realized is a regular fridge won't fit, which we kind of had an idea about, but the one we want, no one has one used like that. So we're probably going to go with a smaller 7.4 foot cubic foot fridge. It's like as tall as you.
It's like 2 inches shorter than me.
But the concept for now to save space is we'll put the microwave on top of it.
Yeah.
And then it'll get us by, because we see those ones around for like $100 everywhere.
Right.
So we'll get that and then save up to buy a custom fit one later. All right, so as we continue, you want to talk about this one and then I'll talk about the bad?
Okay, so this one is our island and it's Butcher Block 2. We decided to do that all the way through. Absolutely love it, and it will now seat 5 to 6 people. Tony will tell you why.
Okay, so just a recap, I put in 220. What was the 220 for?
It was supposed to have a stovetop here, a 2-burner stovetop inset into the Butcher Block.
An actual in sink or in countertop, in island I should say, cooktop. So here's our cooktop. I ordered it from Vivor online on Amazon. I opened it up. I said, it's not broke. That's awesome. We're good to go. 30 days later, I go to install it. Does that look like 220? Even better, does that look like that's made to be installed in a countertop? No, that's foot. It's footed. And it's 110. So yeah, I was not pleased. I was not pleased, and I contacted Amazon and they said it's been 30 days, you're screwed. That's literally it. It's 30 days, you're done. I contacted the company. I heard nothing. I left the bad review. Nothing. I don't even think they posted it. So buyer beware, when your Amazon packages come in, you're building a house, you're super busy, check more than if it's damaged. Check and see if it's even the right object. So yeah, that's my rant for the day. But my beautiful wife has decided that I will go ahead and install her plugs on the side here. That way she can plug it in and she'll just put it away. And the benefit of that, which I know you guys don't know too much about this yet, but we are putting in a solar mini split that also runs off either 220 or 110. So I will go over the breaker box, put in 2 110 outlets, use the same wire to give her plugs, and one's going out the door for a mini split. So it all works out.
And
everything
I get
works
more
out.
space
And
on my island.
And she gets more space. Now I do want to say this is induction top, and this will cook fast and hot. It goes. I mean, it's not junk, but it's 110, so it's a little slower to heat up. But yeah, I think we'll make it work because somebody has already decided that she's getting a wood burning stove at some point and getting a sugar shack outside. So, time to move on to the next big thing. Alright guys, so if you haven't seen it, you should go back and watch our last video to where we made these epoxy shower panels out of MDF. These things came out amazing. I'm so happy with how everything came out. Now, the floor is different because the floor, I didn't want to grind because I'd already sealed it. When we poured the concrete, I actually did a sealer in the top as like a float coat, and it soaked down into the concrete, which kept it from cracking. And it's very, very important that you do that. A lot of guys will argue it. I'm not a concrete guy, but I've done enough handicap bathrooms to know if you float the top with sealer, you will have non-cracking concrete. But you can't have sealed concrete and do epoxy. That's a no-no. So what I did was I used Flex Seal in a can. Now mind you, the liquid stuff does not work. It has to be the Flex Seal in a can. All right, and I did a whole can's worth across that floor, sealing it up, and the edge. Now that edge is made out of plastic wood like they use on pallets. So that's plastic, the rest of it's concrete. I just sprayed the whole thing with Flex Seal. When we were done with that, we sprayed it with the granite spray that I showed you in the video making these panels. And then we used the Gorilla Crystal Clear Waterproof Patch and Seal. This I went a little crazy with, and I went too heavy too fast. So I have some spots, like in these corners here, where it's kind of hazy because I got it a bit too thick, but I was trying to get a good build up here. But as you can see on the overall, we are very happy with it. I do need to wax this, and then we're going to get a rubber mat that's slotted to lay down in here because that's going to be cold in the winter. Now another thing we completed and this was actually a giant pain, is we drilled through to put the vent for the bathroom. Now the fan and light combo is going to be right here above the shower to suck all the moisture right out. And so having that there is a big job done. Wiring and setting light up in here is nothing. That's easy. So now all I have to do is get my wife to decide what we're doing here and here, and then I'll make the trim pieces that are going to go over here, which will cover that spot. And then we caulk this in, and our bathroom's really starting to come together. All the electricity has been done. We've got a lot of spots like right there that I'm going to have to go back and fix up as we go. But right now the priority is get the house livable and get moved in because somebody's getting anxious. So not a huge stunning update, but we're getting stuff done. It's moving along. And we can throw in, I broke my back window and made a homemade one and shoved it in. We made a firewood stand and got it all set up and out. I tore apart a trailer to build a second firewood stand. I am repairing our trailer. I don't even know what else I've done. Mowing, I've done lots of mowing lately. And worked on the garden some and made those epoxy panels. So we've been busy. We've been super busy, guys. And there's so much more to do. But you know what? This place is starting to really look like something. We came up with a new plan for the water, and we're going to deal with that next because my in-house plumber's got to take care of this. So I don't like plumbing. So I make her do it. That's the little truth. I hate plumbing, and I make her do most of it.
That's the rules.
And she has been cool with it. And then usually we'll invite my dad over because he's been in the game for so long. And
he's amazing, and I'm learning so much from him.
Yeah, and if you just have him there looking over your shoulder, you're less likely to screw up. Trust me. But when it comes to plumbing, her and dad take over, and I don't have to mess with it unless it's back in some weird area, and then I get involved. But my job is to get everything ready for them, which I think I'm doing a pretty good job of getting it going.
Doing an excellent job.
So I'll finish making the composting toilet, the sink, get the sink in, and then it'll be plumbing time. And they'll have to come in and start tying it all together, and then I'll run the main line when we do our new water system out back.
Yes.
Well, you'll run it. I'll just stand there, look pretty.
Right. You'll get the system set up, and then I'll run it.
But we're coming together. We're getting it done. We're hoping sometime in October to be moving in. It will not be done. It will not be done.
We'll still have things to do, but we're thinking we'll have it to where we can move in by then.
Yeah, and we're going to commit a lot more time next month to it.
Because we're not going on vacation next month.
Well, maybe.
Well, maybe. Maybe a 4-day.
Maybe a business vacation. We'll put it that way.
Oh, yeah.
But we've got lots more coming. And don't forget to go check out our other channel, which is Wealth and Travel on a Dime. There's a link in the description box below this video if you want to go check it out. We're building upon our old channel, making it better, and also going to be moving most of the content that's out about the actual money, the investing, how we're paying for all this stuff, as well as how we do vacations, how we go places on a budget, and much more. That allows that channel to grow on that kind of thing, and if you like that kind of thing or gig work, go check that one out. But this one, we're going to make it more about what we're doing here on the homestead, different solar projects, and all the other good things that we get into, or, well, mostly I get into.
You get into.
But plenty of content for you guys, and if you guys haven't, and I don't know why you wouldn't have by now, come on guys, go down, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can see all of our upcoming videos. Make sure you comment, like, get involved, share the video, however you want to do. And honey?
And we will see you in the next one.
Good, now you do some plumbing or something. I'm going to go have a cold drink.
You gotta get the rest of the stuff done before plumbing starts.
Slave driver. Look at there it is, the trades. The trades, see? All of us have to do everything, but the plumber goes, you're not ready yet, I'm going home. Plumbers.